Hello everybody, welcome! My name is Ryan. I couldn't resist it. We're back. We're on Sid Meier difficulty. It's level 13. 5 levels above Deity. Obscene AI bonuses taken straight from the depths of hell. I lost my last game. Spoilers. So I'm back. I need revenge. Standard speed, Barb clans, and we're playing Tokugawa because I want to try a particular playstyle today. Something a little more isolationist with a pivot into very late game war. My aim is to use Bakuhan to create an economic powerhouse, using internal trade routes to power my culture, my science, my production, my gold, to use that to expand, maybe obtain 15 to 20 cities, build up a huge war industry, just in time to pivot towards nationalism, mobilization, and then, well, the naughty government. About the same time, we hit such tech such as battleships, artillery, bombers, and aircraft carriers. For this is a continents and islands map, 10 players, 20 city-states. I'm going to be left alone in beautiful isolation until I'm ready to strike, until Japan is ready to hit its nationalistic, aggressive phase. We have Samurai, Sohi, Shiro, all of these unique and beautiful improvements in units that'll help me to survive the early to mid game, but I do not intend to be aggressive. I intend to exploit the land I have. I intend to settle as wide as possible and pivot late game. As usual, Discord is the place to go for the save file and all of the mods you need to run this game. SUI Generis is on, Steel and Thunder extra units, and extra infrastructure. The usual 3, plus today I've rolled 2 hidden agendas that I think really work from an RP point of view. They're not the best, but they really suit this particular playstyle. Firstly, we have Vigilant. I am better at protecting my own lands from spies. Foreign spies operate 1 level lower in my cities, and a counter spy gives me 8 loyalty and 2 amenities. I also gain culture and science for every spy I kill, so if we go to war with the world, we can protect our lands with counter spies. This is the true isolationist build. I love the role-playing aspect of that. It works so well. And we also have rolled Expansionist. 20% bonus production towards settlers, newly founded cities start with 4 extra tiles, and the culture and gold cost of acquiring new tiles is reduced slightly. So we are an expansionist nation, but we're also isolationist. I don't have to trade with the world if I own the world. It's simple. It's very simple. Step 1, survive Sid Meier difficulty early game. Step 2, power into the mid game to become an industrial, scientific, and cultural force. Step 3, profit. Get ready, get yourself prepared, visualize my victory. Let's go. Turn 1. This is a continents and islands map, which means we're probably on a continent with 2 to 4 people, which means it is a big landmass. Ideally, I would have liked to have started next to the coast, but I don't like re-rolling my starts. Again, I also would have liked a plains hill, not a grassland hill, but again, we go with our starts. It looks like there may actually be a fidget spinner in my capital. Now that is quite amusing. I'm just going to move over here and see what this is. We've got a couple of marsh tiles, some tundra, and some desert. That appears to be the coast. This is a lake. To be honest, it's a chaotic start, but my capital needs to be a trade hub. So to be honest, putting it next to a volcano and having all of this land to work, I don't mind this as a start. Sure, I could move on to the floodplains if I wanted to, but I think that's danger. I could go on to stone or sheep, but again, I think I'm going to stay here and turn 1 settle. Hey, what's that you hear? Is it a plane? Is it Superman? No, they're super channel supporters on Patreon and Coffee that help me kick ass. Thank you again for all your support. Today my capital will be given to Barad-dûr, which I'm pretty sure is from Lord of the Rings, and I have not searched which place it is. I think it may be Sauron. Well, we've got a kind of right color scheme, haven't we? I want to get a settler out as soon as possible. Scouts are good. Continents and islands, there isn't too much to explore, and we have seen Sid Meier AI can rush with up to 10 warriors, so I'm going to pick up my own warrior instead of a scout just in case I get rushed. Today I'm not going to bother with holy sites, but I do want to unlock either the commercial hub or the harbor as quickly as possible. Don't forget, trade routes giving me culture, science, and gold mean that these are going to be the lifeblood of my economy. So I think we're going to start with animal husbandry to unlock the sheep. Then I'll look to potentially going for currency. I think watermill would be a pretty decent little pivot as well. Already we have 2 wheat sources and we're on a river. And you can see when we settled 4 extra tiles. Not so useful in the capital, but that will be very useful when we come to expand expand. My waist belt will be wide today. My empire will be wider. And if I were to start settling like crazy, well, that's even better if the cities have lots of tiles and I can buy tiles in cheaper. Did I see as well? No, I thought for a second it might be that settlers don't remove population. I made that up. It's just 20% production towards settlers. Hey, that's a decent boost. Not game changing, but if I can spawn a lot of different cities that are all producing settlers, like I've got not just one city, but a bunch of cities making settlers, that could be really handy. There is no land to my south. I could, in theory, pop a city down on this little tundra hill, but to be honest with you, we are right on the edge of a continent. For defensive purposes, that might end up working quite well. Hopefully it means the Sid Meier AI is less likely to rush me, plus there is more wheat in this direction. There's Muscat. First meat, 2 gold per turn, better commercial hubs or harbors. Handy, very handy indeed. Plus, we can keep 400 gold in the bank. We can levy Muscat as a platoon of emergency warriors in case the AI decides to attack me. Petra's looking increasingly fun in my capital, and Theodore is the first engineer up. We've also got a really good first merchant, but gives an extra trader capacity. The scientist's not so good, but again, Sid Meier AI means I'm unlikely to get many of these, but it's good to know what's going on. 20% bonus production, I might as well just go straight for the settler. We'll beeline a really good second position, see if we can go for a luxury or two, maybe settle the other side of this desert. We've got lots of silver to the north, pretty decent deer tile on the coast over here. I have rolled some horses, a source of horse. Only the one source of horse, but it is still a source of horse. With all of the wheat and the fact that I've now got 2 separate animal husbandry stats, I don't need to rush mining, so we are going to go to writing into currency as soon as we can. The reason I rush a second city is because as soon as we get foreign trade, we want that trade route out as soon as possible. And you can't do an internal route if you don't have a second city. It's just how it works. Late game, the fidget spinner is on in my capital if I wanted to do it. It looks a little bit like that, but I'm immediately going to take these pins away. We are not going to utter it, for the AI listens. We don't want to anger the pin gods. The pin gods are the ones that see your pins and then spawn strategics on them, I swear. Every single time. What's in the tribal village? 40 gold. Hey, that's not bad, actually. I think I might save up to buy the builder for 200 gold and then just improve out the horses and the sheep. We can have a 4-legged empire, entire industry powered on the backs of 4-legged animals. I could rush a barb horseman. It's not that good. If it was a warrior, I'd be more tempted. The barb horsemen, yeah, they're really good scouts, but they don't upgrade into anything. Midler also hasn't been met. I hope this is a sign that I have a bunch of space. I would love to be able to settle in isolationist peace. Plus, the good thing about this as well, and this is a really genuinely good thing, +1 science in the capital. So that's 33% extra science. It means we can rush writing commercial hubs and all that sort of stuff as quickly as possible. Brussels has been met. Someone is to my north. That's a shame. Potentially a decent enough settling location over in this area. I could settle on top of the silver. That would give me the luxury and also +1 era score for the tundra settle. Sure, it doesn't put me right on the coast, but we can commercial hub around here. This isn't too bad. Lots of mountains over here as well. Some really good campus locations if we need to rock those. I'm also thinking about potentially settling on top of this desert hill. We could then work this source of horse pretty quickly, and we have access to 2 ambers. There's a reef over in this direction. Plus, again, +1 era score from the desert settle. Although that would ruin the aforementioned widget spinner. Which of course I'm not going to mention. That barb scout has actually moved to the wrong side of this tribal village, which is really annoying. I'd rather you didn't go and report back to my capital. Maybe settling on this tile to produce a canal would be better. I could still work the source of horse, go for a harbour setup instead. Potentially that's better. Let's get the Pantheon, let's get discipline. I should have rocked that before attacking the scout, never mind. Foreign trade first, get the trader. We need to rock that internal trade route as soon as physically possible. Oh, I think I'm going to be able to catch it. Yep, we got the kill, perfect. The scout is not going to report back. We shall retain our isolation for now. Be honest with you, when it comes to second city, I haven't got many amazing options available to me. Like, I'm not looking at this stat and thinking, wow, so much option, so many possibilities. It's a little bit, red reef. Barb's already on the coast. I'm going to have to remember that. Means if I wanted to embark scouts or something like that, we might come across a little bit of trouble pretty quickly. For silver, amber would be pretty useful. We would have to get sailing in order to rush the amber, but there are 2 sources of it there and the horse. I'm tempted to go up here. Let's move my settler in this direction first. The advantage to this is we just explore a little bit more land. The 2-2 tile over here, there's no real luxuries, so this would at least let me rock a couple of cities next to each other. It depends what pantheon I get. If I get my favorite reeds and marshes, this becomes a really good settle. Now let's rock the monument, get to that government as soon as we can. A barb horseman, terrific. Right, fortify on this hill and pray you don't die. Muscat has left this tile available to me now. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get the kill. I really want the kill. The era score is pretty important, but Brussels is just going to immediately steal it. Would I be able to survive moving onto that tile? I'm on like -8. I'm on 12, 15, plus 20. They would attack with 16. I can't risk it. That's so annoying. I'm going to have to battle cry this and heal up. Maybe the AI will muck around because this unit's on so little health. I don't know, but I've seen them do weird things like that. Don't do it. Don't do it. They did it. It was always going to happen, wasn't it? We'll get the kill though. At least we can rush. Bronze working a little bit. This doesn't feel like the most remarkable second settle, I'll be honest with you. At least it pushes me closer to Muscat. Let's go for the second settle. Nagoya. Welcome, Retrospect. I'm actually going to get you to build the monument as well. I don't normally rush monuments so heavily, but I do think going for an early government in this game is going to be very handy. Etmananki's gone on turn 23. Good. Usual shenanigans from the AI here. Now let's buy in that builder, the aforementioned builder. I'm also rushing in this direction to try and unlock the boost to writing as soon as possible. If someone's met Brussels, we know that someone is in this direction. It's just a case of finding them. Let's pivot now to mining whilst I wait for that. There's the pasture boost into horseback riding. Even though I'm riding sheep, obviously riding sheep is the stepping stone to riding horses. As we all know, sheep are just fluffy, tiny horses. Quite clear that. I just assumed everyone knew that. Some really good mountain ranges up between Muscat and Brussels, actually. Good camper spots for later. Some tribal village, military tradition. Well, that's the boost I missed anyway, so okay. That makes me feel a little better. Monument. Done. I would like to hopefully get second continent. I mean, I thought I'd be able to boost foreign trade, but I don't want to wait. Here's a pasture. Production's now up to 10. Do I wait for a district or do I plow some more production into a settler here? I think we just go for another settler as soon as we can. Rock that 20% bonus. Why not? That's Stonehenge gone now. On turn 28. Wow, quick. Almost like the AI has 200% extra production or something silly. Oh wait, that's exactly what they've got. Oh, there's someone. I found someone. Oh no, it's the Hawk of War. Right, Australia will absolutely declare war on me. A late game war between Australia and Japan as we island hop on it. No, couldn't be. Honored to meet you. Yes, we'd love to start with your hospitality. There's writing finished. Bararat. 4 cities already. Yeah, they haven't taken any time to settle. They're on 55 science already. This is why I'm sort of eyeing up a late game warfare strategy with Australia and with other people, because I know that in previous Sid Meier difficulty games, I've got caught up so much in early game warfare, messing around, surviving with swordsmen and man-at-arms and crossbows. I want to ignore that. I want to be absolutely peaceful until I want to strike, until I've had the time to build up my spies, to build up my tech, to build up my planes, air force, navy, combined arms strike. That's what I want to do. How hard could it be? I don't know. Probably very hard. Do I want to rush a campus? In my capital, there are +1s, but those are purely because I'm playing Japan and all of my districts are +1s. I think Retrospect is probably the better city to rush this in, seeing as I've got a +3. I'll save my capital for the commercial hub. Let's get those traders up as soon as we can. Plus, there is a merchant that gives extra trader capacity. This is the sort of thing that Tokugawa has to go for. Now, Australia is likely to denounce me, but that's fine. Ooh, Harold Silglison, but only the Rangian. That's okay. Where are you? Over to the north, and you're the very disgusting color of red. Look at that. Oh, I haven't played with this Norway as an AI very much. I don't really know how they play. I assume they're pretty peaceful compared to the other form anyway, but I don't know. We'll see. There's craftsmanship and masonry boosted, and we now have 3 +1 production improvements in our capital, so we should get a lot of settler production out here now. Foreign trade. There is a trade route straight into early empire. I think I want to Amani tour. It's going to be a dark age to start the game with, isn't it? But that's potentially medieval heroic. I don't feel too bad about that. Oh, that's Oracle gone, turn 32. Lots of people always in the comments are very helpfully and genuinely so, being like, hey Ursa, have you considered getting this wonder, doing this strategy? I wish on Sid Meier difficulty, we were presented with that option. Alas, we often are not. Sometimes we just have to do with what we got, really. What options are we given? What can we play with? The answer normally is not very much. So I can sell some horses. How much do I need for a trade route? 180 gold. I wouldn't be able to afford it this turn. Next turn, I could sell enough horses to get that trade route active, which is something that I'm tempted to do. Armar. It would give me more faith towards a pantheon, although early empire is going to get boosted in 2 turns anyway, so we'll actually pick that up naturally. That'll help me get a pantheon quicker. Amazing. There you go, 100 gold. Which city do I want to boost? I think I'd like to get the campus boosted quickly, so we're gonna start sending this trade route to my capital in order to get the campus done quicker. Is that the way to do it? Yeah, because I think the commercial hub will finish. The other thing I could do is send a trade route to Mittler, which would give me a decent road in this direction and would let me suzerain Mittler, but I don't need to rush that. That could potentially ruin the golden age for me. The dark age, I should say. But actually, that early suzerain will be really helpful. Yeah, I'm going to send that out. I'm going to do that. We're going to early suzerain Mittler. That would be very good for libraries a little bit later if I do build the campus in retrospect, which I think I probably will. It's a really, really rubbish route because we get minus 25% on everything, but it does give me a tiny bit of science. The envoy is really why we're doing this. Bam. 2 era score. And we've just discovered 2 other people, so that has ruined the dark age. Was that a good play? I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was. Honored to meet you. Yes, hello everyone. Hello. 2 naval civs there. So Tyre is over in that direction, Portugal's over in this direction, and they've both got huge navies. I don't think that was a good play at all. I don't think that was a good play at all. Never mind. There is also desert floodplains above me. Reeds and marshes is becoming more and more attractive a pantheon. I am beginning to get quite tempted by that. +3 campus that's on a useless desert tile. Let's get that working in retrospect as quickly as possible. Then it unlocks a pretty decent internal trade route. The thing was is I wasn't getting any Bakuhan bonuses because I had no districts available at that point. Once this is done and this trade route is finished, that'll be a little bit better. And we're going to waste a tiny bit of era score here. What could I do? We've got pastures, we've got strategic resources, but a bit of a mismatch start. Yeah, I do think reeds and marshes is the best option for me. I mean, I've got a bunch of desert floodplains. I've got a bunch of marshes. It unlocks a lot of different areas on the map for me to go and settle, like over here. Yeah, I like this. +2 production from marsh, oasis, and desert floodplain. See, it just readjusts to work the 3-2 tiles. Retrospect has now got the same thing. It's now got a 3-2 tile as well. Yeah, I like that. I think that's a really good option. Australia has Etamananki. Very good to know. Interesting as well that it's in aircraft range. Aircraft carrier range, I should say. So yeah, later into the game, we're going to keep an eye on that. Australia's going to leave this encampment open, so I'm going to not walk in. I'm going to leave it alone, apparently. That's such an anticlimax. Ugh, I think that's a pretty bad roll on damage there. Never mind. Great Bath, turn 40. There's the normal classical era. Let's get ourselves colonization in. Do I do that or urban planning? No, urban planning for now, because we're going to switch, I think, to currency very soon and building these things. No, actually, I'm going to get way more benefit from getting colonization in for now. Let's do that. And 3 inquiry is a really good way of getting era score. We have to hit the golden age next time. That's very important that we do that. But there are ways we can do this, and Armani Tour into Armar. That's the double meme. Amazing. Australia didn't kill the Barb camp, so I will take it and get myself bronze working. Can run some era score off that. Excellent. Also going to buy this luxury, because this just means that all of the cities I'm settling as city 3, city 4, they're not unhappy. That makes a huge difference. So there's currency. You know what? I am going to stand in the middle of an open field in a lightning storm and shout at the sky. Go on then. You're not brave enough. You wouldn't dare. We're going to put some pins down. I need to start pinning. I need to make it look like I'm trying to do my best to pin. And then we're going to start planning some commercial hubs around this. I mean, this is the basic industrial zone setup, right? The fidget spinner. The beautiful Japanese fidget spinner. And we can add in some dams to make this even better in theory. The dams are always difficult because we've got 2 different rivers here, and I'm not entirely sure how they're going to pin together. I think I can put a dam on this one, because this is Kitakimi. And then I think I can put it on there. This is going to be, I'm going to change this around a little bit. I don't know where the dams are going to go, but this is how I'm going to start this. Let's just lock in this commercial hub quickly. Gonna get that done first and finish this settler after. Then we're going to get sailing, get a galley out. That'll just increase the strength of my cities a little bit. A Padana is built on turn 42. My goodness, the AI loves to hang around, doesn't it? Do I keep this barb clan alive? Do I raid it for 5 gold? Haha, I think not. Let's get some experience and the boost of wheel. Interesting. All right. I think wheel is something we're going to have to drop into pretty quickly. Well, this is city number 3. It's giving me the sailing bonus. RB Hedge. Oh, these are some lovely tiles you have access to here. Double campus +4. Actually, that'll end up being a pretty decent campus. So yeah, maybe we should throw that. I want to get the commercial hub or harbor in this city as quickly as possible. Get you to just produce a slinger for me. I don't need a huge army, but I just need some army in order to just keep an eye out for an AI rush. I just don't trust the AI. I've learned not to. There's population 4. Do I want to rush the campus out in the city? I really don't think I do. Omar bows to me. Yes, to Maud. Sorry, I mean Ursa. And has discovered Lahore for me. Amazing. Again, I'm going to use my usual trick of just making sure I remember which city-states I have suzerained for the era score. I'm going to now bring you back, I believe, to Muscat. We can get some more era score there. Sell some horses of sources. And we'll buy a builder, which means we can get another source of horse and 2 sources of amber. Delicious. In fact, do I go for watermill first? There are a lot of resources around here, but we're not working most tiles just yet. I'm going to go astrology into celestial navigation. I think getting a nice road in this area is going to be really, really handy. So I'm going to move my settler in that direction. There's no way that is the quicker route. I'm sorry. I refuse. 4 turns. I might as well wait for the campus to be finished, actually. State workforce, we're not going to get you for now. We're going to go mysticism. Get that free envoy. Australia is just beelining great people already. And Portugal's going for a bunch of merchants. Portugal, you're going for the wrong type of trading points. What's going on there? He's already on 227 gold. That's filthy. That's filthy levels of gold. Pyramids built. It's all going. It's all going. Australia's already almost on 92 science per turn. I feel like when I played with Sid Meier bonuses, I definitely did better, but Australia's got a good showing at the moment. Slightly concerning. I'm going to improve the amber in the lake first. You remember there was a barb galley out here? I'm not going to bother improving that amber. It's just going to get killed immediately. You see? I remembered. This time. I'm hoping Muscat is going to show me the area to the north of my cities. Oh no, it won't. It won't at all, because Harold is already in here. Fine. It's a little bit unfortunate. Never mind. 3 era score from the campus. Urban planning now goes in, and a Gogi, so I can get this slinger out a little quicker. Celestial navigation boosted. Well, if I can't get Muscat unfortunately has been taken. Brussels still available. I think Brussels is still available. This would give me the same visibility, so let's move you to over here. Go on, Armani. Continue your tour. You have to. You must. City-state has already been destroyed. Hang Gardens is now built. There's the 100 science by turn 50 for Australia. Very good. And Eastern Orthodoxy is being spread to me. Feed the world. Feed the world is being spread to me. Well, that's interesting. I had no intention to go for holy sites at all, but if holy sites are going to be sent in my direction with Feed the World, oh, that is quite tempting. I might run with Feed the World, you know. It would be good to have at least some source of faith in my empire. Magnus, I'm going to throw into my capital. This is going to be my settler hub. That's run for political philosophy. Go on. Yes. Okay, Feed the World. Australia does have their own religion and its Jesuit education, which isn't too bad. Moderate flood, that hasn't destroyed anything, but has made a couple of these tiles even better. So retrospect is now growing a tiny bit faster. That's good. Don't you dare, Muscat. That's where I'm going to settle. Okay, leave it alone. Okay, I'm going for it. I'm going for the holy site. This is not what I intended to do, but I will piggyback off this religion. The capital is back up to 4 population. I want to get that government plaza in. I could chop this out though. I can get a builder in my capital. That would be really good. Oh, Diplo favor is now selling. Well, that will help to get a builder in my capital. Look at that. We can just sell everything. Amazing. Bam. Let's just chop this out. And I'm not wasting anything. And as you can see, I have just built a troop. I'm building a couple of troops whilst my cities have a Gogi. Yep, I knew Muscat was going to do that. Get off that tile. Australia is going to now remove the religion that I have from my lands. I knew that. I knew that as soon as I committed to the holy site, that entire scheme would just fall on my face. Never mind. Never mind. Look, we're trying, all right? We're trying. Commercial hub is done. I keep selling stuff and buying luxuries and selling luxuries. I've now almost got enough gold to get the market. No, I don't. It's 480. Blimey, that's expensive. Who would pay that much for a market? I know I wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't. Move. Move. Don't just stay there. Move away. I want to settle on this tile, okay? Move. Thank you. Oh my goodness. That was 3 turns I had to wait there. 3 turns. This is Sid Meier AI. I don't have that luxury. You gotta let me do my thing. Brussels is mine. Some era score, some visibility. Beautiful. Now I think I'm gonna send you over to Lahore. So off you go. Goodbye. Oh, interesting. This mountain range actually blocks off access in this direction. So I really am very protected. This is such a defensive spawn. All right. I don't know how to feel about this. I could settle on that tile, but it would be surrounded by mountains and there'd be so little workable space. I don't think that's going to be worth it for me. I think what I'm going to do is go there and then aqueduct. And this gives RB Hedge a way of aqueducting and using something later. Yeah. This is good. And that will stop anyone from settling in that tiny space. That makes me feel a bit better. It means I can put a commercial hub down on this space. That's +4. Okay, now this is good. Chop this out for 5 population. Let's get the government plaza down there now. City number 4. Garrett Gowan. Passage to the south. Send a nice little trade route back to my capital here. Get that commercial hub done as soon as we can. Delicious. Political philosophy. Celestial navigation. And because we're going to be trade routing, every city's going to have a district. It's going to be classical republic. I know it's often the choice, but it is the best one, I believe. Settlers, urban planning, diplomatic league. And I think we want to probably produce some boats, but production is unlikely to be used right now. So I think instead, let's go for builder production. Yeah. For once, mathematics is actually going to get boosted because we've got holy sites, we've got government plazas, campuses, commercial hubs. There's a lot of stuff going down. So we'll get that diplomatic quarter done as soon as we can. The reason why the government plaza and the diplomatic quarter is so important in my trade hub is that domestic destination trade routes get +1 food and +1 production from both. So all trade routes need to go into Baradur and they're all going to have a glut of food and production once they're done. There's 480 gold, by the way, so we have the market instead of rushing the settler. Do we rush the settler? Do I rush the trader? I think the trader is going to be more useful for me. Yeah, let's get that trader rocking. Machu Picchu built. Don't worry, wonders like that, like Machu Picchu, we'll find those. We'll take those later. That's something we'll come back to. Mathematics boosted as expected. Look at that. And Magnus provision. That means we can now produce settlers even quicker than before, which I'm going to start to do. I mean, ideally the settler, get that finished, and then we'll get the ancestral. No, we'll get ancestral hall first, which means, to be honest, having the settler card in right now isn't very useful. Never mind. Oh, no, don't break anything. Don't. Oh, the ton the trader was going to go. Oh, that's so annoying. It's totally broken. Ah, all right, fine. That's really annoying. Goodness me, I love flooding. Taking the settler card out for now. We're going to put trade route gold in. Settlers will appear soon. We will get those out very soon, but right now we're just improving our economy, getting luxuries in, making sure we're all happy. We're ecstatic in our capital now. 20% yields on everything. Beautiful. That'll help to fix the flood damage, hopefully. Menangshi Temple gone on turn 60. Oh, I love this difficulty level. It's fun. I actually do. I do like the challenge. It makes you play very differently. Hello, Kublai. Kublai unveils himself as I make a farm. Nice. Who and where are you? Why? Oh, you're over here. Good to meet you, I guess. How do you feel about horses? He's not too keen on horses. He will be eventually. No one can resist my source of horse for too long. Oh, yeah. So this route now to my capital. 2 food, 3 production, 6 gold, 2 science, 2 culture. These are the small improvements. They're going to start stacking stuff up, and I'm going to start making roads. So this road will probably go through retrospect. It doesn't matter. We want our settlers to be able to pump out and escape as quickly as possible. And my trade route to Mittler has now finished as well. That's good, which means I can move this trade route now to RB Hedge and do the same thing. Here's the first route, not to there, to here. Beautiful road. Very, very useful road, that one. Connect up all of our empire. You know, all of this horrible hills and rivers and none of it can be navigated? We will fix it with technology. Tis the way. Tis the way. Even my capital now has Feed the World. Norway really, really wants me on side, and I don't mind that. Is there crusade on this religion? religion? There's not. There are what's though, which is science. Oh, genuinely a very useful religion. That's a good road as well. Delish. Get that shrine sorted. Mathematics is done. For my capital's interest, we're going to get wheeling. We're going to build a granary in my capital just to make it grow quicker. If we can get ourselves up to 7 population as soon as possible, I'll be able to put down a diplomatic quarter, and that will help again. Look, I'm trying, Portugal. I'm trying to go beyond my shores. It's not working. Oh, look at this. The Hawk of War's on me. Where? What? I actually have no idea where Australia's attacking from. I mean, Brussels is unfortunately on side. My troops, which are supposed to be spotting an attack like this, haven't seen anything. Okay, this is slightly worrying. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go and just see if anyone wants to join in on this war. Yep, Norway does. Dido does. Kublai does not. That's okay then. We'll just move our troops back. We'll defend a little bit, but I don't have any defenses. I don't have any defenses at all. Let's get masonry in. We'll get those walls up as soon as we can. Brussels being at war is a bit of a problem, but maybe we'll just have to hold. If I can get a galley into this city, I think the strength of it will be pretty decent. I'll use this slinger to come back round. I'll use this warrior just to hold the pass of Muscat in case anyone comes through. It's very defendable land. We have a lot of choke points. I might just need to keep an eye out for where the enemy could possibly be arriving from, because I'm not sure is the answer. I'm sure they'll appear sooner rather than later. Yep, here there is. Here he is. Australia's got catapults and warriors just out here. I don't actually know why Curtin attacked me. Doesn't even look like Curtin's got much in the way of troops on, like, around me. Just felt like it. He couldn't help it. He is the Hawk of War. He just cannot help but declare war. It's in him. It's a problem. It's a physical impossibility of his to actually withstand the impulse of war. So here comes the warrior. Got my slinger on the way. So far, nothing. The silence, the falseness of this proxy war, it confuses me. Magnus, get yourself in surplus logistics. That now means that I've got +2 food on both of these trade routes now, which means, yeah, Garrett Gowan and RB Hedge will be growing quicker than they have been before. I'm going to trade 2 gold per turn, which I don't like doing this if I can help it, but I need that galleon. 2 era score is really good, but look at that, 32 strength on the city walls now. Just means I've got something to protect with. We'll get archery now as well, that we can upgrade to an archer. Well, at least Australia's actually given me the defensive tactics boost. That's pretty cool. It's like the bad boost to have, you know? If you've got that boost, you know something's gone horribly wrong. Got the settlers card in. Even if Australia's attacking me, I can still get cities out from Garrett Gowan. There's a little city down here that would be quite good. I can put this one in. So yeah, spamming settlers is still really good. I want to commit as minimum to this war as possible. If he keeps attacking me, fine. We'll have to build like a really decent army. But ideally, I want fewest bits of gold in production in on this war as that I can help. I don't want to have to fight this war with any decent amount of resource at all. Got market and market now being built as well. This shrine will give RB Hedge food, which is great. McGalley is now sat in the city, giving it defensive strength, as the walls will hopefully get produced very soon. Okay, so it's just attacking. It is just attacking. There's a catapult there. That's not good, but 1 warrior by itself is not going to dismantle this city. That swordsman might, though. And this catapult is a little bit more worrying. 10 turns. I don't have enough time. I need the golden age. I need this envoy. Actually, Lahore will give me 2. Hopefully I'll discover a natural wonder in this area as well, so that'll give me a little bit. Here is 1 archer, and there's the second. Better defenses now. Better defenses now. Is that a man-at-arms? No. Don't do that. Don't do man-at-arms on me. Brussels is a real issue. Okay, at least the wall is now going up. So we can attack that, get the kill, attack that. That's we need leveled up archers as soon as we can. I don't want these swordsmen attacking RB Hedge from the other direction. I might have to sacrifice this warrior by just leaving it on defensive terrain over here. Just hopefully Brussels won't attack me. But there's Lahore. That reveals Dead Sea. Gives me 2 era score. So we only need 2 more now. And we've got 9 turns to do it. Any boosts that we could potentially get? I think iron. Let's get an iron mine going. Let's get 3 mines going. Yeah, actually that's not a bad shout, because we can get this. Yeah, the two mines zone down in this direction. Yeah, perfect. Diplomatic quarter. Get that built as quickly as possible as well. Yeah, that hurts. Oh, Brussels has crossbows. Oh no. Oh no. None of this is appreciated. None of this is good. This warrior has been caught in Australian territory, but it can get me bronze working. There's 4 sources of iron in my empire. 1 in my capital there. 1 over there. Retrospect's got some, and some there. Okay, right. So maybe Australia's after all the iron I've got. They saw it all and thought, I have to keep that in mind. Very much have to keep that in mind. Helpfully, Venetia has actually managed to just leave a scout right in the way there. Warrior was killed. That's not good. Brussels has just left a crossbow in the lake. That's pretty pretty decent. Let's just take that opportunity to do some damage to it quickly. Thank you. We'll get garrison. That's helpful. Could leave and attack it with my galley, but the galley is actually providing strength to the city. This is city number 5. Sendai. No. Mama Andy. Need your help. I need your help. This is all going very badly. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, The Nickerman, Daddy Bear Todd, Toon General, Civilized, Kappa Yobby Virini, The Uncivil Engineer, Lillian, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy Zersa, Zaf, Barnaby Rex, Charlie Bears, Flying Dutch Burbs, Nate the Great, Alex Frost, Mean Penguin, Interplanet Janet, Frankincense Battlezord, Bookaluk 79, Bob Loblaw, Davalex, Geography Teacher, Juvara, Hal Carnassus, Morax, Sinikush, Echo Bear, Deja Fu, Kovuwu, Legally Trash, Is This Live, Twin Cam Inferno, Martin S, Minnow, Sorted Dutch, Rad Bickley, Shadow of Gaia, Flower Power Bear, Poppy Dude. Thank you everyone for your support. Goodbye!